Hey everyone, welcome back and I hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my thoughts on shooting with available lighting versus shooting using off-camera flashes. Now, I have shot with both throughout my 10 years career and I started shooting portraits using only available light. As years passed by, I slowly evolved to using off-camera flashes. So if you ask me, I do know quite a bit on both. But before we start, my name is Ken. I'm a professional wedding photographer traveling all around the world to shoot weddings for my clients. So let's go! Alright, so shooting with available lighting versus off-camera flash. Well, in the world of portrait photography, there are kind of two separate groups of photographers. One being the photographer that shoots using only available lighting, and the other are what we call strobists, who shoots using off-camera flashes, both holding pride on how their shots are done and very often headbanging with the opposite groups. Okay, I'm not taking sides, but everyone that knows me know that I am a strobist. But like I mentioned earlier, I started as a photographer that shoots using only available lighting. And to me, both have their pros and cons. Now, let me share with you guys my personal experience in shooting using both types of lighting. So, shooting with available lighting. I'm going to share with you guys my experience, the pros and cons, and when would I use that particular lighting. My experience with shooting using available lighting started during my early years in portrait photography, and I was heavily influenced by the photographer who shot for my own wedding. I shot with available lighting for a good few years, and I would say shooting with available light, if compared to how I shoot now, is way easier, and I will explain exactly why. So that will take us to the pros in shooting with available lighting, and to not make things complicated, I will share with you guys two major advantages according to my personal experience. Number one, you don't have to carry tons and tons of lighting equipment around during photo shoot. Well, during my early years, all I need is my two cameras, a wide-angle lens, a telephoto lens, an all-rounder lens like a 24-70, couple of batteries, memory cards, a single flash to be mounted on camera for group photos, and all these will be in one single camera backpack. And advantage number two, you will be able to learn and understand different light characteristics and how to use them properly. For example, if you're shooting under a very sunny sun, how would you use the sun to your advantage? Use it as a strong spotlight or use it as a backlight? Perhaps you can create silhouette shots of your couple, or maybe you can create some shadow shots. And another example is shooting under tungsten lighting, perhaps in the hotel room with only downlights available. How do you then pose your couples so that they will be properly lit by the downlight, yet still look naturally blended in the shot? All these are the things you will learn when shooting with available lighting. As for the cons, well, the only thing that comes to my mind is being unable to control the lighting in my photos, which to me is a big disadvantage as I personally love to control every aspect of my shots. Shooting with available light is like going to a shoot with all the lighting already pre-set up for you, and you don't have the power to change or manipulate them. One quick example is shooting under the sun with the bride in her white gown. If you expose to her face, her gowns become overexposed. And if you expose to her gown, then her face becomes underexposed. And there isn't a midway solution available where I can get both properly exposed at the same time. The only time I would use available light is when I meet a window that disperses amazingly soft lighting, and also at times when time is not on my side and I'm forced to rush through a portrait. But you don't just shoot blindly if you're short on time. Like I said earlier, you will need to know how to use the available lighting properly to your advantage, and to create a photo that looks professionally crafted even if you're given a shitty lighting condition. As an overall, shooting with available light is a great way to learn about all types of lighting, but you are unable to take control of them at all. So shooting with off-camera flashes. What is my experience with it, the pros and cons, and when would I use them? I started experimenting with off-camera flashes when I was frustrated of not being able to achieve the shots that I had in mind. I was tired of my bride's gown being overexposed, I was tired of the skies being overexposed, I was tired of the groom looking underexposed compared to the bride, and I was very tired of the lighting inconsistency in my shots. And that's what got me into the world of strobists, to be able to control the lighting in my shots. The pros of using off-camera flashes is you will be able to shoot and create your shots in any given lighting condition, because you are the one who dictates how your subject is lit up. And the beauty of this is you are able to control and find the balance in your shot. No more lighting inconsistency where the bride's face is underexposed and the gown is overexposed. Everything can be exposed perfectly. Well, the cons is exactly the opposite from using available light. That is having to carry additional sets of lighting equipment. And for myself, I will put it about 2 to 3 times more from what I was carrying during my available lighting years. And at times, I will require an additional helping hand to set up the equipment for me. As for when would I use off-camera flash? Well, my answer is all the time. This is because I can control and create my shots according to what I have in mind. I can create shot outdoors and set it up as if it was shot inside a studio. And I'm able to mimic naturally available lighting using my flashes even if I'm shooting indoors. All this within my control and at my will. As an overall, shooting with off-camera flashes will allow you to have full control of your lighting, but at the expense of carrying more equipment and sometimes an additional helping hand. But personally for me, I don't mind the extra work and burden, as long as I can craft a shot that is perfect for me and my client. Okay, so there you have it guys, my personal take on shooting using flashes versus available light. I know this might spark some disagreement between the two different groups of light users, but I'm just sharing my personal experience and my personal thoughts about it. If you guys think differently or perhaps you have your own experience to share, I would love to hear about it and do leave your thoughts on the comment section below. I hope you guys find this video helpful and do remember to hit the like button, subscribe and press the bell notification button so that you won't miss any of my future videos. I'm ending this video here, and as always, my name is Ken and I'll see you guys in the next video.